Hey, Shalom Akim. This is Yabatazah. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions, and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Wahabar Kakwadash Barakatam Akim. I just want to do a quick video regarding, do you believe in this thing? Referring to the Bible, the Holy Scriptures, as being inspired by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the Most High, and His Son, alright, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus, okay? Because what I'm about to read is the truth here in James chapter 2, but we've seen it many times, us brothers that have been in this truth, ever since YouTube came on the scene, 2007, 2008. All right. How many men have came into this ministry and are no longer there. Though they were out there with the garments, they were able to retain the knowledge, right, and show that zeal in presenting their bodies a living sacrifice, but at the end they never believed, or that belief dwindled away, which is why Yahushai spoke in parables, and the one that fits this lesson that I'm speaking about, or these examples, is the sower and the seed. Okay, they believed for a while, but as things progressed, that belief dwindled away, it faded away. So I'm gonna start off with James 2:17. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Thou believest that there is no God. Thou believest that there is one God. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Right? So we know that by the scripture and by the example that was set by Yahushai, and what he was setting up for the disciples, ultimately being transformed into apostles, what they were to do was to do the ministry, to do the work, all right, to go out and push the gospel unto the people, the Israelites, the Israelite foreigners, all right, which are known as Gentiles, who are Israelites, or, you know, if they knew that they were Israel, but they didn't have the proper doctrine or the proper names. Okay, so but we know that you have to have faith and works and faith, you know, mingled together in order to be, you know, to solidify that area of that aspect of fulfilling that lot. But is your heart truly there? You know, are you truly passionate for serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? Or are you just are you just being a gimmick? Because a gimmick is just a show, a dissimulator, all right, an actor, but you're not really there. Your mind ain't there, your heart ain't there with the brothers, it ain't there with the truth. Okay, this is what I'm bringing this towards. Okay, because many are called, but few are chosen. Okay, those many ones that are called that fall out are the ones that they weren't really there. They weren't really for serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, it was just all an act at the end. Okay, so it says, but But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead. So we know that through this scripture and through the examples that were set, that you have to have both, right? But your spirit has to be right, man. Your spirit has to be continuously activated and driven by the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, not by your own strength, your own desire, your own, at the end it has to be ultimately behind that force has to be Yahweh Bashem Yahushua at all times. Okay. Real quick, let me get this one here in Philippians. Let's see. Philippians 2:13. For it is Yahweh which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Okay. So at the end, it's always Yahweh Shai, the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, pushing you to do his will and his good pleasure in order for it to truly satisfy and please Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay. It has to be truly inspired by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay. Just like in the book of Acts, chapter 5, when Gamaliel stood up and defended the brothers, there's a point here, Acts chapter 5 verse 38 says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. See? But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, lest happily be found even to fight against Yahweh. Because if it is truly inspired by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, no one can take it out. Not the left-hand spirits, not your own self, not nothing. Only Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is the one that can be like, okay, enough. If it's a view of men, it only lasts for so long until it dies out. Everything that is created by men fades and goes away. All right. That's why you have to depend on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua at all times. You have to ask him to give you that spirit. All right, to continuously fill you and increase you with the spirit. It's like you can have a bottle of water and never touch it and leave it sitting there. All right, and eventually it will begin to evaporate. It will begin to lose that substance, especially when you have it open, right? If you have the bottle tight closed, and you're gonna preserve it for a longer period of time, and maybe forever. But if you have that top open and it just sits there, eventually it's gonna evaporate, and the only way you can keep it from evaporating and having a full cup is by continuously pouring more fresh water into it. So that's how Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has to do it. And that's why you go into the parable of the 5 wise virgins and the 5 foolish virgins that had their lamps filled with oil, and the other 5 didn't. So let me go back to James 2 and finish that up. It says, was not Abraham, who our father, justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar, seeing thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect? And the scriptures were fulfilled which saith, Abraham believed the Most High, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of the Most High. So he believed in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and that was imputed unto him as righteousness. Okay, so that belief system has to continuously be inside of you. That faith, that confidence in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, not confidence in yourself, not confidence in any other men, or any other brothers. You have to have confidence always towards Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai at the end of everything. You cannot make brothers or yourself or women or your family above Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It always has to be Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai at all times. When you're dealing with brothers, when you're dealing with family, when you're dealing with yourself. That's what was imputed unto Abraham as righteousness, man. Okay? Because he moved with that belief, that action, with that belief. You see then how that by works a man is justified and not by faith alone. You see? But like I said, that example, there's been a lot of men that have been out in the highways and the byways and that were considered by other men. I myself have been one of those men that thought a certain man was a man of the Lord and that he was truly that one. But he's no longer there. So we can't be deceived by those things. You can't be deceived by the outer appearance of what we're seeing. That's why Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, he's the judge. He's the one that is going to deem who's the elect. We can't be saying, well, this brother's elect. No, you shouldn't be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be doing that. No elder, no brother to the least should ever be doing that, because it's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that knows truly the heart of men. He's the only one that knows the hearts of men. He knows who the elect is. We don't know who the elect are because, like I said, we've seen many brothers or so-called brothers that were there on fire and they were there for many years and no longer there. They were doing everything that you would think an elect would be doing. So going back, do you really believe in this thing? Do you really believe in serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? Do you really believe in following the Lamb whithersoever he goeth? Or are you just acting? Or are you just putting up a little facade? Eventually, the Spirit will make it manifest to where knowingly you are not part of it. You're not really down for it. A liar or a cheat always gets caught. It says, likewise also was not Rahab the harlot justified by works when she had received the messengers and had sent them out another way? For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. Okay? So we know that. I'm not in no way am I trying to say that you can't have faith or works. But like I said, many men have had those characteristics, and they were no longer they weren't really in the truth. At the end, they didn't believe. All right, because even the devils, they believe in the Most High, right? Like I said, it says, "Thou believest that there is one God, that doest well. The devils also believe and tremble." So what? The left-hand spirits believe and they know who reigns supreme, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, but they're still on the left-hand side. Thou doest well. That's good, but that's not enough. All right. Let me see. Let's then get this one. Hebrews 3 and 12. It says, "Take heed, brethren, lest there be any of you an evil heart of unbelief, and departing from the living God. But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. Right? So when you go into the parable of the sower and the seed, it brings up an example of seed falling upon a certain ground that is choked up. When it starts to spring forth, right, it's starting to grow, and then the cares of life begin to choke it with the thorns and stuff like that, right? That's that through the deceitfulness of sin, the deceitfulness that this world offers, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the cares of this life. You know, that's what happens. So you have to be circumspect and right, vigilant, cautious in your walk, and everything that you do or I do. You know, you have to be cautious because of these things, because of the deceitfulness of the flesh, because that's what brings forth sin. And sin is what? The wages of sin is death. Which basically what happens is that you're going to die spiritually and you're going to go back into the world. Alright? And you're going to receive your judgment. You may not die right on the spot like it was in the old times when someone committed a sin, because the Most High has mercy. So you have to continuously, you know, ask forgiveness, pray and stuff like that in order to remain in good standing with Yahweh Shema Shai, for him to put his will in you and to do of his good pleasure. Okay? I'm going to read it again. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief and departing from the living power. So where does that evil heart? He's talking about your mind, man. Your mind will become evil, bad. Alright, you have an evil eye towards your brother. You have an evil eye towards those scriptures. Alright, the scriptures say, blessed is he who is not offended in me. You can't be getting offended at this word. Alright? Whether you're in the flesh or not. If you feel if you feel offended when it comes to this word, that's something evil inside of you. I'm letting you know right now. It's nothing good. Alright? Nothing good at all. Alright? When the scriptures say, when you, he that, well, you know what? Where's it at? It's in Job. Hang on, Salakia, brothers. Job 5:17. Behold, happy is the man who God correcteth. Therefore despise not the chastening of the Almighty. So you cannot be offended, not even an ounce of offended in this word when you're being rebuked, counseled, exhorted, admonished, corrected, whether it be by the Most High or men or a brother, because Yahweh Shai works through brothers to correct you. If you're offended, there's something evil in you, then you got to get it out. You better examine yourself. Okay? I'm going to read it again. Hebrews 3:12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief and departing from the living power. Alright? And this has happened. It happens. And it's a scary thing. Okay? But exhort one another daily. Right? That's why brotherhood communication is very important. And some guys don't want to do that. They don't want to communicate. They don't want to fellowship. Why? Because they're too involved in their life, with their wife, their kids, their jobs. They don't want to make that step into building up a new relationship with the brothers, as it was commanded by Yahweh by Shema Shai. But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. You see? You don't want to be found that way, man. None of us do. We're in the flesh, yes. The flesh is going to be a battle. There's going to be a battle in your mind against doing what you're obligated to do. Okay, but you should not be getting offended in anything that the scriptures tell you what you can and can't do. That's why a lot of people in the world that claim that they know the Lord, or they say that the law, statutes, commandments are done away with, because they love to please their own self. They're not trying to denounce the flesh, denounce themselves, and serving the spirit, feeding the spirit. They rather feed the flesh than the spirit, not realizing that a judgment is coming. All right, if your flesh is stronger than your spirit, you're gonna die out quick. You're gonna die away. The Lord is trying to preserve you. He's trying to protect you, trying to encourage you on how to survive, how to live when the days come, when martial law comes, when World War III comes. All right, because war's coming, man. A judgment is coming. He's not just doing these things just so you could just listen to him and him tell you what you can and can't do. No, he's trying to give you instructions on how to live. All right. For we are partakers of Yahushua Mashiach, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end. Where does that begin? In the mind. So you could stand up, you could put on the garment like we always said, and I've always said. That don't mean nothing. Why? Because we've seen it many, many times again. That's why you praise no man. You don't praise no men. You know, you honor them and you show respect. That's two different things. You don't praise them and glorify them as if they're somebody, because we're nobody at the end. All you're doing is fooling your own self, man. All right, you respect, you honor them. Respect and honor, praising somebody and respect are two different things, man. All right, I don't care how you want to say it. I don't praise my boss. I respect him, but I don't praise him because he's a man. All right, and he's prone. He has the ability and prone to go off. Okay, I respect him, and that's as far as it goes. Would I say good things about him? Yeah, but it's not gonna be it. Like I'm praising him as a God, or praising him above a certain measure. Okay. If brothers don't agree with it, hey, that's your deal. You do what you do. I'm gonna do what I believe is the right thing as far as when it comes to what I've learned and seen it and through this walk of mine here and serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. I've even told the brother Yakawa that was with me, don't thank me. Thank Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for the things that I try to do, what I learned from the scriptures for him. Okay? I don't need none of that shit. I ain't shit. I ain't nobody. Now, if the Lord makes it known to people that I am, then that's because the Lord is speaking up for me. But other than that, I won't do that about myself. All right? It says, while it is said, verse 15, today, if you hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation. Okay? So you don't harden your hearts, man. Okay? And you don't turn a blind eye. You wink at ignorance. You don't be doing that, because that time's up. Nowadays, people are calling you out on everything, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a readiness of mind to give an answer to your belief, your faith. You know? Even with brothers. All right? So I'm going to go and end it with this. Salakia, give me 1 second. This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do break through nor steal. Where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there where your heart be also. Okay? So it's all about it. If you believe in this thing, man, where's your heart at? You know what I'm saying? Where's your heart at? Do you really believe in this? Or are you just a body that's standing up there and nobody's home, man? You know? There's no lights on up there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a parrot. A parrot can speak. A parrot can and mimic words and speak Spanish and different languages, but it don't have the spirit of a person. You know what I'm saying? It don't have the spirit of language with the 7 faculties of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that had He imputed unto men. You know? Yeah, they have a tongue, but they don't have that understanding. They don't know what they're saying. We know what we're saying. We know what we're doing. Okay? That's the we're aware. Okay? Animals are not aware. They're not even aware of death. We know that we're going to die. Animals don't know that they're going to die. You know? So do you believe in this thing and you wholeheartedly there, or nobody's home, man? You know what I'm saying? And this is what will come through and still going back to the sower and the seed, man. Treasures upon earth. Okay? If your mind is set on those things and you're struggling with those things can choke up the word, man. That deceitfulness of sin. Because everything is programmed to destroy you. Everything is sin. Okay? Being in these bodies is a sin, you know? Everything that we're doing, laying on these beds, these different fabrics, you know, according to the law, we're going off. You know? But Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has mercy, man. Okay? So at the end, is your spirit aligned with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man? Because going onto the highways and the byways isn't going to save you. Making videos isn't going to save you. It's something that we do because we're teaching, we're exhorting, we're showing brothers, we're being an example to the flock. Scriptures back up what we're doing. It's something that we have to do. Okay? But it's not going to save you just because you do it, or just because you claim that you're an Israelite. You have to be part of the elect. Alright, and the elect are going to be doing, especially the men are going to be doing what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua did. Okay? The women and children, and you may even have a certain amount of men that are listeners, that are believers. Okay? But the elect, the 144,000, they're going to be those ones working, man. They're going to be those ones prophesying. Whether we see them or not, they're there. Okay? So for where your heart is, there will your heart be also. So are you there? Alright? Are you there? Are you truly there with the brother? Are you truly there? You know what I'm saying? Or are you just there because you've been there, or because you feel like you have an obligation, or you're afraid what brothers may think of you, or you don't want to have that a weird feeling, you know, around certain brothers because you decide not to go, or you know what I'm saying? Like you it's either one or the other, man. You either in or you out. You know what I'm saying? So just really think about it. I have to think about these things, examine ourselves. Nobody's exempt. We all have to examine ourselves, whether you're in the circle, out of the circle. There ain't no damn. There's no lines or circles with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It's His circle, okay? There's no circle of men and all that shit. We're not in no junior high school bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's the circle of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and He's the one that's gonna say who's in His circle. So